The views and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests do not necessarily state or reflect those of the company and its management. Furthermore, the assumptions, views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host and guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. In addition, all copyrighted material is used without permission and will be removed with notification from the rightful owners or their agent. So there.
From the deepest depths of the interweb to all the ships at sea.
You found Just Killing Time. On Radio TFI.
John Shannon, Bill Fancher, Ed Van Ness. Join the conversation. You can reach the guys at 754-800-CHAT, 754-800-2428. On social media, search for Radio TFI USA. From a payphone, call collect.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
My fellow Americans, our long national nightmare is over.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Well, good morning, kids and kittens. From high atop a very frosty Radio TFI here in Queens, New York. I am Ed Van Ness. 17 degrees my thermometer is showing right now with a feel temperature of 10 or 11. I'm not getting much sympathy from those polar bears from the Great White North. It's Sunday, December 22nd, 2024. We are dangerously close to the fat man showing up. Oh, wait a minute. We're here. Hey. It's almost Christmas time, kids. You'll hear that a lot today. Joining us from the frozen tundra of Central Ohio, the one, the only. Good morning, Mr. Shannon. How are you today? That is great to hear. I couldn't be happier about it. Also joining us from the frozen tundra. It's the 1953 Union, Maine Wild Blueberry Queen. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Fancher. Good morning, Bill. How are you today? I'm so happy to hear that. Thanks for sharing that with us.
I'm going to waste my time.
I'm not giving you guys an inch today. It's Merry effing Christmas to y'all.
Ho freaking ho.
Oh, freaking ho. As I said when I started, it's cold here in the Northeast. I mean, I'm dressed for real here. This is, I mean, don't get me wrong. We're not.
I would hope you're dressed for real.
Well, I mean, I'm wearing a sweater and, all manner of good things. Normally, I'm in a short sleeve shirt. It was the winter solstice yesterday. John is doing something that I don't understand.
He's doing some witch stuff.
Yeah, I don't really understand that. It's would you like me to play the Macarena, John? Is that
Please no.
Having nervous twitches. He's talking, but of course nobody can hear him because he doesn't know. There you go, John. Attaboy.
Johnny's got tardive
Aren't
dysphagia.
you happy, though, I wasn't cutting you out?
No, you were not cutting me off. And that
was impressive.
Okay, then.
All right.
Quit your bitching.
Anyway. So the winter solstice came in yesterday at, I think it was 4:21 a.m. here in the eastern part of this.
Where you can stand an egg up on end.
But I woke up yesterday morning to about 2 inches of snow. And we had some flurries the night before. But honestly, we weren't supposed to get that much, but we did. By the middle of the day, it was a bright sunny day yesterday, and most of the snow melted, even though it was cold, except for on my car. My car now has 2 inches of ice on it. And I outside. And I know tomorrow I have to use the car, and I know I'm going to have to spend about an hour, not just pushing snow off the car. this is going to because we're not going above like 20 for the next couple of days.
Hey, Ed,
Hey, Bill.
here's a quarter. Call somebody who gives a shit.
Please. See, he just
You are fined 1 credit for violation of the verbal morality statute.
Watch your language, you bud. We're on the air.
January 19th. What is January 19th, Bill?
Sunday.
What are we doing on January 19th?
I'm gonna say whatever in the fudge we want.
That is absolutely correct. It's no censor day. So we'll talk more about that after the new year. We still got to.
I've been going back into my book of Navy lingo.
That is going to be highly publicized.
I got news for you, boys. I got some stuff lined up for that day that I normally can't play.
Okay.
It's going to be a day. We might have to go 3 hours that day.
It could happen.
That just might be something. But anyway, here we are. As I was saying, I've got a sheet of ice on my car right now. We'll attack that tomorrow. But
we won't. You will.
Yeah, I was going to say.
There's my pals. There's my buddies. And you can
What's this wee boy, Kimosabi?
How big is that mouse in your pocket?
That's exactly it.
Where was I? I have no idea where I was.
I
know. Okay, you're right. Who cares? Does anybody?
Freaking ho.
Oh, let's get this one out of the way because it kind of dovetails into what I want to talk about. Anybody? Bueller?
Market watch.
It's the Radio CFI Market Watch, brought to you by Pete Tony, down by the highway. We'll close the week at $6.73, up 80 cents. Let's close the week at $13.57, down 57 cents. Here comes the good news, kids and kittens. Tesla closed the week at $421.06, down $15.17. And here's the weird number of the week. Trump closed the week at $34.71, down $1.88. Last week they were up $1.88. Go figure. This has been Radio TFI Market Watch, brought to you by Pete and Tony's down by the highway. Go see them. They'd love to see you and all manner of good stuff. Anyway, here we are, Christmas week. It's we apparently have a new co-president.
Yeah, we did, I guess.
Yeah. They did pass the I don't know, was it a continuing resolution on Friday night?
Yeah.
The government's staying open. So yeah, all you mega voters out there, you're getting what you want right now, aren't you? You came this close.
Get what Elon paid for.
That's right. You came this close to not being able to go fly to wherever you were going to go fly to. Or
fly me to the moon.
The holidays, because all them TSA agents and all them good kind airline traffic controllers, blah blah blah. They're all federal employees.
Yeah, so are the senators and congressmen, but it's amazing how they get their friggin' checks.
Yeah, they sure do.
Hey.
I guarantee you, there would never be a shutdown if them SOBs lost their pay.
That's right, Bill. That is absolutely correct. And don't mind me.
I mean, aren't they the government?
They are the government. They are the government.
It's just like government cheese.
That's exactly it. We're going to take your government cheese away from you.
If you leave it around long enough, it tends
That's
to
it.
well.
Yep.
Let's while we're there, first off, since we're talking about government, this one's for you, Bill.
Ted Cruz, go fuck yourself.
Oh,
Yeah, that got him going. But
does a body good.
Everybody's favorite congressperson after AOC, Jasmine Crockett.
My baby.
That's look, I want to adopt her as my second. It is, we're going to spend a minute and listen to this young lady. Now, this was all before the vote happened. So just keep that in mind. This was before everything was passed.
If one person, because you have to have a majority, if it's 216 to 216, it fails. Let me tell you, this quote unquote mandate that MAGA thinks exists, it ain't going nowhere, right? Because they literally can't do the basics. We have passed the least amount of bills in this Congress because of the Republicans. And let me remind you, because you brought up the debt ceiling. Remember why the last speaker got kicked out? It was because he raised the debt ceiling and all of it. And Trump was the one calling for his head. Now he's like, raise the debt ceiling. You know why? Because his Trump tax cuts, this old con that he has, right, that helps out all the billionaires that he's putting into his administration, or at least is hoping to put into his administration, those Trump tax cuts, they expire in 2025. Mind you, he is the only president we've ever had that in one term ran our debt up to $8 trillion. So he already knows he's about to run our debt up, so he doesn't want to have to deal with the debt ceiling. Instead, he wants us to do it. Listen, I ain't got no favors for you, Trump. When you get here, then yes, you will have the House, the Senate, as well as the White House, and y'all can see if y'all can figure it out. But right now, I am not trying to shut down this government, because let me tell you, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, or independent, when you are traveling over these holidays, you may end up with some problems, because TSA is federal government, because those that are doing air traffic control to make sure that we're safe, that's federal government. If you are concerned about the border, let me tell you, that is also federal government officers. And so, yes, if you're concerned about our international security, guess what? Our military personnel will not get paid, all because you don't want to help out those that need help as relates to seniors. You don't want to help out farmers. You don't want to help out our veterans. These are the things that were in the bill.
You go, girl.
Clap back. 2 snaps.
To say about Congressperson Crockett, she will cut a bitch.
She'll cut a bitch twice.
I think so. I think so. So I think all those people that just were upset about the price of eggs are starting to come to the conclusion that, mind you, he hasn't even taken office yet.
No, so why is he even opening his friggin' mouth?
Because his lily-livered, spineless Republicans are so petrified. They're so afraid that Elon Musk is going to primary them out. And he's already said he would spend the money.
Go ahead, spend your money. It's your money. Spend it however you want. Just like John says on our football picks. Are you ignorant? I mean, come on. Be my guest. Rock and roll, dude. And
but remember,
there was a bunch of them that stood up and finally said, kiss my...
We'll allow it. Go ahead, Bill.
A bunch of them stood up and said, kiss my ass.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And remember, Musk wasn't elected. Even if he was, he wouldn't have taken office yet.
No.
And this is going to go on until somebody gets PO'd. And then Musk is going to go away and create problems elsewhere. Vivek is going to create problems elsewhere. Keeping in mind, Bill, you've been saying it right from day one. And of course, the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE.
Doggy.
Which coincidentally is the same name as Elmo's Bitcoin. It doesn't exist. You just can't create a government agency out of whole cloth. I mean, for goodness sake, and they're making it sound like this thing is really going to have some say. Legally it shouldn't, but then again, why would we let a little thing like the law and the law of the land getting away with everything? Thank you, Bill. The color thing was just the whole show was tipping on that.
I'm wearing 2 different colored socks.
That would explain it. That's why we're having the problems that we're having.
Then what this all going to boil down to, and then the guns come out, and then there's all hell to pay. It's amazing how all these schools have these shootings, but the Capitol doesn't. Or the White House. There's a lone gunman in the White House.
Somebody put on social media this week to all the people upset about Luigi. I missed it. I missed my. There it is.
You just got Luigi'd.
One coach seat to hell, please.
Yeah.
Everybody's upset about Luigi being turned into a folk hero. Now you know how we felt when you made Kyle Rittenhouse into one.
Yeah, and there you go.
By the way, Luigi was brought here to New York this week. And by the way, I want you to look for the bald African-American man who's walking like he actually had something to do with this. Look at what they did to bring him in. It is pathetic and sad.
Federal murder through use of a firearm, a firearms offense as well for using a silencer and muffler in the alleged murder, as well as 2 stalking charges as well.
Look at this show.
His newly retained attorney, Karen Agnifilo, suggested
Bald
that
head,
federal charges in this case would be overkill. I just want to note you see New York City Mayor Eric Adams not far behind Mangione there. Again, a very large law enforcement presence. This was an incident that sparked worldwide attention.
Where's the police commissioner?
As Mangione was able to get away soon after the murder.
Truthfully, the police commissioner. Now, it's a good question, Bill. It's funny you should mention that. I'll get to that in a second. Put a pin in that because it's getting crazy this week here. No, not you.
Oh, well, damn it.
Yeah. Well,
Here, you want to borrow this one?
No, pin, not pen, John. My God.
Pin.
But anyway, so yeah, they put this whole big show on to bring him in. There was no need for all that. This is Mayor Adams, who is theoretically a Democrat, but is approving over. Oh, he's not. He is this guy. This guy is former cop. He's as dirty as they come. He's got the attitude of a New York City cop, which is, it don't matter. You're wrong. And I'm right. So this week, so now it's funny you should mention the new police commissioner, who I was having a problem with because she was the Department of Sanitation in charge of that. But you know what? She's taking out the trash.
Is she?
She has a lot of people sitting in nice, cushy, feet up on the desk all day jobs are getting sent back out. You're done here. Actually, and it's the headquarters is One Police Plaza in Lower Manhattan.
One PP.
One PP. That's right. You've watched TV. You've watched Law and Order.
No, Blue Bloods.
There you go. There you go. Same difference. But these people are being shipped out of One PP. You're going back on the street. You're going back on the street. You're going back on the street. Out. Out you go.
Here's your Nikes.
Yeah. The highest ranking uniformed officer in the NYPD just resigned yesterday because of ongoing allegations of sexual assault and a whole bunch of other things. And he said on the news, well, I recently became a lawyer, so I think I'm going to go try that for a while. Oh, really? Because now you got caught doing what you've been doing?
You're going to need to defend yourself.
There is a uniformed officer who hasn't set foot on the street since she was a rookie. She had an office.
Hell?
I'm sorry. Am I interrupting your show, Bill?
Why?
Anyway, she hasn't been on the street since she was a rookie. She had a desk job. She managed to make close to $250,000 last year in overtime at a desk job.
What?
She cleared close to 400 grand. She made more than her immediate supervisor by 150 grand and going away. She decided, you know what? I think I'm going to retire early. She's giving up a chunk of her pension to retire.
I'm going to retire early?
Yeah.
Why?
And so another member of the no, she wasn't with the police department. Another member of Mayor Adams' staff was hauled into court this week for dipping into the city coffers along with her son. She She managed to squeeze $100,000 out of the city somehow so he could buy a brand new fancy schmancy car. And again, if Eric Adams, I voted for him with holding my nose, hoping.
Because there were no other choices?
None that I was comfortable with. And I should have known better. He's NYPD. And you know what? There's some good cops out there who are trying to do their job. But unfortunately, the culture of the NYPD is you are wrong. You are wrong.
Unless you're in the upper levels.
Well, yeah, unless you're what they call a white shirt.
Yeah.
Ed says, been there, done that, bought the T-shirt.
Oh, yeah. Once I retire, I'm going to play that video.
You want to know how corrupt the police are here in Wichita Falls?
You mean both cops?
Yeah, well, no, actually, there's 4.
They got a whole 4?
Got a whole 4.
Holy!
No, it's because the police policy in Wichita Falls is who gives a shaky ache.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call and you get on the phone and you threaten somebody. I'm going to call the cop.
Yeah, who cares? yeah. Tell him to bring that bullet in his shirt pocket too.
That's right.
It's unfortunate here, and again, I don't want to get into a whole thing about NYPD, but it was interesting. You should mention the new police commissioner. By the way, the new police commissioner here in New York City, her name is Karen Tisch. She was in charge of the Department of Sanitation. I was one of the many people who went, oh, garbage lady going to take over. You know what? She come in with that broom. She is.
Can I say one thing now?
Sure, you can say
that's
more than
one ugly bitch.
Come on, man. You got no room to talk.
No, I don't. But I mean, my God.
What's he saying now?
That was a face for radio for sure.
Come on, man. She's doing a job.
Ugly bitch.
I understand, but she's no Jasmine Crockett. She's no AOC.
No.
Come on. What's wrong with New York? You got to elect the butt ugliest people to the.
Stop that now. Stop that. That's just wrong, Bill.
I thought they only did that in Texas.
You're a mean man.
$1 million question, by the way.
Yes, sir.
They're raising so much hell over Luigi. And, geez, they've got the grand arrival for him there on off the river there. Was he
2 helicopters?
2 helicopters. It was
guys armed to the teeth. A parade, a literal parade. But yet, you don't have enough people to come out as I'm getting my ass handed to me last Saturday night. Oh, by the way, on a side note, and I apologize, John. So at one point last week when I called the precinct, they said everybody's out on the same call. I said, oh, it must involve a cop. Well, I found out the next day what the call was because it was on the news.
It was Luigi.
No, unfortunately, it was not Luigi. Luigi was still in wherever Luigi was. There was a car accident not far from here. Literally a car on my street about 3 blocks away. It ran into a lamppost or something.
Oh, no.
Couple people got hurt.
Oh no.
So I'm watching the news and there's the video of it, and it's your usual scene. There's 2 cops taking notes and another 40 standing around. Literally.
You can tell who the supervisors are.
And it's like, okay, what about the rest of the precinct, the area? Okay, you've determined that the scene is secure. How about releasing some?
You want to know what the problem was? Sorry, John, but you want to know what the problem was?
What?
That car that ran into that pole was transporting donuts.
Well, I didn't want to give it away. Fuck.
Yeah.
By the way, I sent Bill a video the other day, and I couldn't cut it down. I tried to edit it down.
No, that was fine. Yeah, bastards know from comedy.
I wound up sending him the whole clip of Hawkeye and Radar. Great episode. Radar is trying to schmooze a girl, and when he doesn't understand something, what does he say, Bill?
Bach.
Bach. Bach. We're having the time of our life. By the way, here's something else I pulled off the interweb. An account called @CoffeeTimeNews called Trump a racist in a Twitter post. A MAGA bootlicker replied, "This is defamation." @CoffeeTimeNews replied, "No, it's not. Donald Trump has never sued anybody that has made claims he raped little girls. Not in 2016, not in 2020, and not now. He can't because it's true. Donald Trump raped children with Jeffrey Epstein. Sue me. I dare you."
Jeffrey, who, by the way?
Epstein.
Boot to the head.
Thank you.
You know, and it's true. It's
by the way, Ed. By the way,
yeah.
Can we let John finish what he was saying?
Yeah, I'm sorry, John. Go
we
back.
We just really cemented over you there, dog. Sorry.
Yes, you are absolutely correct,
I
sir.
expect no less, but
as long as you understand the rules we're playing by.
I got the message yesterday, but that's well, what people want to know is they've made all this big a deal over a CEO, United Healthcare, about him being iced. Nobody has said a damn thing about the shooting in a Madison, Wisconsin school.
Right. That gets
yep.
Like, and by the way, all the people that it's one thing to have hate and disdain for the healthcare system here in the United States, but he still was a human being with a family.
Exactly.
Let's not, you know. Yeah, I understand, Bill. I'm sure he was a douche in his own right. I'm sure he sat there.
Exactly.
I'm sure he sat there, and when it came to the money coming in, all he could think of was,
"It's mine, you understand? Mine, all mine. Get back in there. Down, down, down. Go, go, go."
You know,
but in Texas, what he did was cowardly. You cowardly son bitch! You shot that man in the back.
Oh yeah. There's
like that's never happened before in Texas.
No. Hey, he was just running.
Yeah,
the bullet caught up to him before he could turn around.
Remember that occurred in Midtown Manhattan.
Yeah.
Well, at 6:45 in the morning, though.
That is the morning rush hour, my friend.
Oh, okay.
The streets are not empty at 6:45.
Well, you notice when they show you the picture with him pulling the gun out, there's some guy standing in the doorway right there. It doesn't do anything. Hey, I'm drinking my coffee. Piss off.
He's worried about getting his bagel, for goodness sake.
Well, you know, first off, if Luigi had a problem with the CEO of United Healthcare, you know, walk up to him, pop him upside the head, and go about your business.
Oh yeah, could have just brought a blackjack in and what?
There's no need to bring a gun out when you made it home or some damn thing like that and kill somebody over it. He's not a hero, folks. I'm sorry.
No, he's not. He is not, and there's no.
Now, if he'd have walked up and punched him square in the face, I'd have said, "Right on."
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, and then nothing would have happened because it is New York City.
Yeah, it'd have been a hit and run.
Hell,
wouldn't even been a hit and run. He'd have stood there over him like Ali over.
Over Foreman.
That's the
one. Or
Liston,
Sonny Liston,
whoever it was.
Throw the soup can and pop it.
Throw the soup can. Get the soup can.
Oh, brick! It's too heavy.
But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? Yes, sir.
There you go, Luigi. There's the
There you
answer
go,
right
Luigi.
there.
Yeah, Campbell's soup. It's made everywhere.
You just got Luigi'd.
Luigi. Anybody feeling sorry for Luigi for where he's being housed?
Luigi's got the.
now.
You know what? You know what? He's being housed in the same prison as
Diddy and
P. Diddy.
Yeah.
And
Maxine or whatever the hell her name is.
But you know what? Diddy's response was when he heard Luigi was coming to town.
Oh no!
Christmas is early.
Yeah, there you go.
He's a little on the old side for Diddy, but
just on a wee bit.
You know what they really should have at the entry into is it they put him in the prison. They should have pushed that button and Drunk Monkey!
Control yourself.
I can't. It's a Drunk Monkey!
Tell you what, we're going to veer wildly off once again. Baloney skin tires on the ice. But since Bill is all worked up, and it is Christmas after all, so we're just gonna lighten the mood a little bit here. By the way, if you want to join us here, you can comment on the YouTube. If you're listening to us live on any other platform, go to YouTube, like, subscribe. We're here. You can chit chat with us. You can.
That means you, James. Quit standing there in your damn pharmacy watching and call in.
If you want to call in, by the way, Bill, what would the number be if somebody wanted to call in? Come on, I want to see you do this.
754-800-CHAT.
Keep going.
754-800-2862.
754-800-CHAT. 754-800-2428.
Well, why do we even have a number?
Phone lines are open.
When was the last time somebody called?
Rick, we don't lose. How the hell we think we found you?
Well, yeah. That was your problem.
Maybe you're right. Maybe the phone was a bad idea. But anyway, you feel free. You feel free to join the festivities here. So anyway, this is going to lighten everybody's mood, and you can't be upset about this. What I'm about to show you comes from a pet shelter. I forget where.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. What they've done is they lay out all these beautiful toys on the floor, and they let the dogs pick out their own Christmas presents. Enjoy.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way.
Safe at second.
We should all be that happy.
That's it.
I've seen videos like that before in different shelters where they let the doggies go and pick out whatever, whatever toy they want. They'll have the same thing, like 100 toys there. And it's just so sweet. And I look forward to my retirement because I'm going. Well, one of the main things is because I'm going to, I want to adopt an older guy, somebody that's 2-3 years old. That's been, I see. Bill is pointing. By the way, if you're listening to the audio version only, which some of us forget, this is really a radio show. Bill is sitting there pointing. Says so. It used to be in the name. It's in the name of the network. You goofball, Radio TFI. Bill is pointing.
I didn't want to interrupt Ed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heaven forbid.
Yeah.
Kids, what are you doing?
The word radio appears twice beneath us here on the big screen. It's not that you guys pay attention to.
Oh, hell no.
By the way, just to I have two things on this page I want to share with you before I get rid of this.
Here we go. Typical cat thing. Gotta knock it off the table. There we go.
Oh, well, let's wait for Bill to finish the play-by-play about his cat. Because everybody tunes in for that. It's all about the cat.
It does. Gibbs, get down off the table, would you? All right, piss on you.
You about done, Bill?
Oh, no. Is he? Are you done? Are you done? I guess not. Got to make another appearance.
Hey, he knows he's the star of the show.
Apparently.
It's the Bill and Gibbs show. Now I got to go home and open.
Hey, Gibbs getting more airtime than Barb.
Well, but by the way, that little clip you played there, Ed, did feature a couple of puppies, and I just wanted to I purposely just wanted to feature some puppies here again. Real quick.
Hey now!
Hey! Yeah! Yeehaw!
Hey now!
You know who that is?
I don't care. I couldn't see her face.
That's Sarah Palin.
No, it was not.
That was Sarah Palin, yes.
Here now!
By the way, what's up, Steve from Rideshare Rodeo? Happy holidays to you, my friend. Thanks.
See, he called in because Gibbs was on the radio. There he goes.
He didn't call in. He commented.
Commented on Gibbs.
Good to see you, my friend. And that's not supposed to be there.
Oh.
There we go. I'm having a little testicle difficulty. Thanks for you know what, John? I saw that in the bullpen there, so to speak. And
no, put that back up. I ain't believing that.
Go ahead,
put
John.
it back up. I'll be damned. You may be right.
You will be damned.
I may be crazy,
but it just might be a lunatic you're looking for.
Get them things out of my face, please.
Yeah. Okay. No, motorboat. I don't care if they look good. They're worth it.
Hey, she for as much as crap as she got as a politician, there are a lot of people coming out and say, "You go, girl."
Hey,
if you've seen one, you've seen
back
both.
to Russia because you can see it from your backyard.
Exactly.
There's no question. I've lost complete control now. There is no.
That kind of sounds like a personal problem.
You know, that comes to the quantum leap assumption that you had control.
You are not wrong, my friend. You are not wrong. I well, you know what? If it's going to be that way, I see your nitwit Republican, and I raise you. There.
Oh.
So there.
There's no P for porn on this site.
Colonel Sanders wish he had thighs like that.
Yes,
but,
he did.
But
he wish he had breasts like that too.
Well,
but let's finish it off with one of my favorite girls.
I don't think you know how big 12 inches is. Do you see that? Just in scale, where is that going? Not in here, okay? The average gal is going to get about that much. Maybe this, if they're a pro. But the rest of that, completely unmanageable. This is the biggest I've ever seen in real life. But this is fine. It's completely fine. This, fabulous. Almost too big. Definitely too big. Fucking sick day. ER, 27 club, and now I'm just skipping my next life. Anything after that is entirely unethical. I don't think we know what we're talking about.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
The 27 Club. That's the best. I didn't catch that the first time that Why'd you play
Oh,
that?
the 27
What did
Club?
she say?
Would you care to explain the 27 Club to us, Bill?
The 27 Club is a huge coincidence how all these rock and rollers and some other people and everything else all died at the age of 27.
That is right. Absolutely correct, sir. You're
who was that said Sarah Palin looking tight?
That was Steve from Rideshare Rodeo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's wow, we certainly it is. I think we
okay, come on now. How many of you thought when McCain picked her as his running mate thought, damn, that's not a bad looking woman?
Oh, I didn't. I never said she wasn't an awesome
until she opened her mouth and started talking, and then everyone went.
and I mean, while it's obvious now, honestly, the first thing I thought, I said, she looks just like Tina Fey.
Yeah, what a coincidence!
No, I did. I
did
know,
you really?
Of course. Yeah, no, I really did. I was like, because she was, I was like, geez, she looks because I got a little tiny little thing.
Now we know where Lauren Boebert got her start.
Got her start on pole dancing. So
yeah, this is true. Yeah,
Ed's blushing.
No. That would be great. Mute. You ain't never been less wrong, Steve. Never. Never, my friend. You are right there on the money.
See what happens when people share their opinions with us? Sometimes it's great. So come on, great. Folks. It's Christmas time. Send us all your hoo-ha.
Do we want their hoo-ha?
We want their hoo-ha. Yeah. We want their hoo-ha.
Well, Bill's in
there
showing his pussy off, so I mean,
I know. I was. What the hell?
Oh, come on. January 19th, boys. Just hold on. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, January 19th here on the big broadcast is No Censor Day. No Censor Day. There will be bad words flying all.
Oh, I'm just giving a free preview. That's all.
I understand, but
we got to get a trailer in there somehow,
Well, yeah. And by the way, what that translates to mean is, Ed, you have 4 weeks or 3 weeks, so start working on something. That's what that means. Which,
I got this.
No, you got nothing.
I got this.
Yeah, you ain't.
Okay, redneck's last words. I got this. Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Hold my
beer.
Y'all,
hey, y'all, watch this.
Want to see something funny?
Yeah, there you go.
You're looking at it.
You want to see something scary?
Oh no! Okay.
Would you like to
leave William Shatner out of this?
Would you like to kiss the bunny rabbit? Nobody knows what that means.
You lost the whole show with that, Ed.
I did not.
Everybody was laughing, and all of a sudden Ed pulls that one out, and everybody's like crickets.
Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Hey, you're lucky.
There you go.
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Well,
and mail from some flounder.
Well, we've certainly managed to, even with the bologna skins on ice, we still managed to bring this thing to a screeching halt now, didn't we?
We sure as hell did, didn't we?
We sure did. Oh, my goodness.
Keep your seats in a fixed upright position.
Well, I think right now, for absolutely no reason whatsoever, except I'm going to try and get this train back on the track.
Why start now?
Yeah,
why start now? Why start now? Oh, that's what I needed to do. John brought this to our attention, so let's take a little listen to this.
Ohio, where tweakers treat stealing catalytic converters like an Olympic sport. Those same tweakers want your copper, not your damn friendship. Also here in Ohio, I could throw a rock in any direction and smack a pizza shop or a Subway. A lot of us are known for having that corn-fed physique. That's right, fellas. If she ain't 280, she ain't a lady. It's been said that Busch Light and Pabst Blue Ribbon are the official sports drinks of rural Ohio. We're also known for having all 4 seasons in one damn day. In the morning, you can have shorts on, and at night, you're going to be wearing the Carhartt bibs. Not sure what to wear out in public? Just do what the majority of Ohio does. Wear pajamas. The dingier, the better. Once or twice a day, you end up at a stoplight with some dude in a shitbox F-150 that's louder than hell and he keeps revving it up. Dude, you don't look that cool. The only reason why your truck's so damn loud is because tweakers took your catalytic converter. And lastly, every small town here in Ohio is pretty much a speed trap, and there's always that one asshole cop. But the locals are usually driving and they're drunker than hell and they know the route around him, so they ain't going to get caught. The Buckeye State, baby. Home sweet home.
The Buckeye State, baby.
That's John's home state now.
I'm telling you, it ain't a hell of a lot different down here.
In Tejas?
No, we just speak funnier.
You just hear funny. That's the problem.
Hey, if you ain't got a pickup truck down here, you ain't for shit.
January 19th.
Oh, let me check that day off on the calendar.
Yeah. See if you've got time for us that day.
Oh, hell, I haven't got a 25 calendar yet, so I don't know.
I've had mine for over a month.
How'd you know? I don't have one up on the wall yet because that's not 2025 yet.
That's to pin it on.
I like these. I buy these 3-month calendars, wall calendars.
Because you don't think you're going to last more than 3 months?
No, I mean, it displays 3 months.
Oh, okay.
And in November, I get the one for the following year, and I just hang it up behind it.
And he just got it there to count the days.
Count the days until somebody puts me out of my misery.
It's like the guy that buys term life insurance. Gambling, I'm going to die in the next 10 years.
I don't understand term life. I really don't understand what is term life insurance.
You're taking a bet that you're going to die in the next 10 years. You buy a 10-year policy. It's good for 10 years. If you want to renew it, it's an astronomical price to renew it. But, you don't want a term life policy unless you know you're going to die in the next 10 years.
Huh.
But it has to be on their terms.
Exactly. It's on their terms. Hence the word term. It's a term.
I had a life insurance policy many years ago.
Shit. Didn't pay off. Oh, no.
You are
shit. Did I say shit? Shit.
You are fined 1 credit.
Come on, dog. Help me out.
What's your language, bud? We're on the air.
So anyway, I had purchased this policy, and guy I knew had gotten into selling insurance. And I needed something to back up the business in case something happened to me. So I was paying a little bit more because I was a smoker at the time. Fast forward a little while, and I've had my heart attack. I've quit smoking, and
there you go.
Which is why I'm still kicking at 65.
Why we're all still kicking.
Yeah, that's right. That explains that.
Absolutely.
So I find out part of the policy was that if you get off the nicotine and stay off it for a year, your premium will go down. It's an incredible drop if you're not a smoker or a tobacco user. I'm sorry, not nicotine, tobacco. So my buddy was long since gone out of that company, but the guy that trained him and somebody else comes out. So we're sitting in my office, we're chit-chatting and all that. And so he's about to get me set up for the test to make sure, that'll demonstrate that I've been off the tobacco for well over a year. And I mentioned the heart attack and the heart surgery.
Oh, hell, you dumbass.
No, wait. So we're talking about it. He says, wait a minute, you did what? And hold on a second. He pulls out my policy. He says, that policy you bought? I said, yeah. He says, you can collect on that.
They squeezed me?
You heard me. I was just as surprised.
Write me a check, dude.
I had $100,000 life insurance policy, and the only way I could collect on it and stay alive was to basically have a massive heart attack and die and have heart surgery. And
well, some bitch.
It's the cardiac thing. I didn't get the full $100,000 because it hadn't matured and all that, but I got a nice little check.
Cool. Farm out, man.
I was shocked. I was shocked. He says, "Oh no, I said, "You must be kicking yourself." He says, "No, I love paying out like this. He says, "You survived this, that, and the other thing, and you're getting a payday on top." I said, "Well, for the first time in a long time, it's good to be me, for goodness sake. This is not a bad thing whatsoever." And
what I want to know is, what the hell do I get for being here for the last
you got a giant boot to the head.
Boot to the head. John, have you had an insurance policy that you've been paying into?
No.
Well, then what the hell?
You just don't walk into a casino and they say, "Oh, by the way, here's
just won."
You just won. You got to put a little something into it.
I like that, John. What do I collect?
Yeah,
buy a lottery ticket, damn it.
That's it.
You got to put into the system to collect from the system.
So that's the redneck 401k. Buy a lottery ticket.
They use our picks to do it.
Yeah.
I used to refer to it as my retirement fund. Lottery. It matures every week. I pay the premiums twice a week. I haven't played the lottery since I moved here to New York, and I'm seriously thinking about maybe I will. I mean, I'm not I'm not hurting for it, but
he's gonna get a scratch and sniff.
My wife and I made a New Year's resolution when we were up in Minnesota. Win the lottery at all costs.
There you go.
At all costs.
At all costs. It didn't work, damn it.
It's a sound plan.
It was. I thought at the time it was.
It's a sound financial plan.
Come roll around June or whatever. It was like, son of a monkeys. Trunk monkey.
No.
Who said monkey?
Who said monkey? But we'll give you this.
The MAGA species, the incel has evolved as a unique adaptation. Isolated from traditional social interactions, these males channel their frustrations into online communities, where their shared grievances fuel a growing hostility towards society.
As always, MAGA's in the Wild, the wildly successful and wildly popular series that we will accept full credit for, because them's the kind of guys we is. Trunk Monkey doesn't seem to be in the playlist here.
Hell, I'm going on.
It's the only reason Bill gets out of bed on a Sunday. It's the only reason. He believes that there's a trunk monkey in his near future as opposed to the monkeys in his distant past.
Everybody thinks they're Santa. You can believe in Santa. You can believe in the trunk monkey.
Well,
hard to argue with that logic.
That's right.
It's hard to. I'd really like to, and I just may, but it's.
I want to see the Santa trunk monkey. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, I would like to see that as well. There's one I wouldn't hold my breath on.
No, probably not.
I just wouldn't. No, I'm telling you right now. Don't hold your breath on that one.
This is what Bill wants to see.
Well, you know. How old is she now anyway?
What does it matter?
Christ, she's got to be 60 something at least.
Oh, then. 60, the new 30?
Must be.
Wouldn't it be something if there was some place you could just kind of point a device at and say, geez, I wonder if I could look up that information.
Yeah, who'd have thunk it?
Who'd have thunk it? It would be It would be something if you could just kind of look at something and say,
"Hey Google, how old is Sarah Palin?"
There you go.
She's 60. She'll be 65. Oh, you know what, John?
Years old. She was born on February 11th, 1964.
Yeah, she
was
falls.
born on February 11th, 1964.
That's right.
Well, she's not 60.
No, she is 60. She turned 60 this year, 2024.
Okay, yeah, she's turning 60 this year.
She's the same age as. Actually, she's only. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, she's only.
She'll be turning 60. Just on her next birthday, she turns 60.
No, her next birthday, she turned 61.
Okay, when was her last birthday then?
In 2024, February 11th.
Okay,
Yeah.
February. Well, okay,
Just like-
fine.
Just like my last birthday was that same week, and John's last birthday was that same week. I'm the 7th, John's the 9th, she's the 11th. So there. And Marissa Tomei is ageless. So
that's for damn sure.
You're never gonna win with Sarah Palin versus Marissa Tomei.
No, I'll give you that.
That's not a push, I promise.
Yeah, that's we don't want to. Anyway, I just wanted to I was starting to say something, not that it matters, because you guys don't pay attention to much of what I say. Anyway.
What's the point?
It takes a man to admit it.
It's a real man.
That's the first step in recovery.
Yes, it is.
If we had a little bit more time, I would.
Oh, damn.
No, we're going to do it in hour 2, though.
Oh,
John,
right.
I want you to make a special note sometime after on this date. Throw up your big boob.
No, don't throw up. Don't throw up. Guys, draw the line there.
And I'm going to throw up Marissa Tomei, and Bill will just throw up with his cat.
Oh,
But
I'll throw up my pussy.
Talk about coughing up a hairball.
I have something that fits right in to what we're talking about, but we literally don't have time to do it before the top of the hour.
Damn.
If we had time,
Damn.
Damn. Don't worry, Bill. You're gonna get it, and the video too.
That's what my dad always used to say.
Yeah, well, he wasn't wrong. Now, was he?
No, he wasn't.
He was not wrong.
Way to go, Commander Fancher.
That's it.
Told my dad I was tired of going in circles. He nailed my other foot to the floor.
Oh! Boom, boom.
That's a Rodney. That's
yeah.
We were so poor. We couldn't afford clothes. My dad bought me a hat so I could look out the window. Hey now.
That one should get the crickets.
Anyway, we're coming up on the top of the hour here at Kids and Kittens, and as I try to wrangle these two goons back into coming up in the next hour, we've got on this date birthdays and events and all sorts of goodies. We have the aforementioned video.
Drunk monkey.
We have the aforementioned video. That's kind of like a special surprise. We're gonna play that. Football picks coming up. My God, it's Christmas week, and it's there's a lot to talk about. Playoff positionings or getting
Playoffs.
Some of our teams have to have the magic of Christmas to say.
Yes, they do, don't they?
Yes, they do.
And I get to share with you all the whining this one did via text with me last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know, right?
Who could possibly have been whining about football?
Who was whining?
You.
Anyway,
Could it be Miami Dolphins because they're the greatest football team?
They are the greatest football team.
Miami has the Dolphins. They wish they'd go away and take the Marlins with them.
First time I heard that joke, it was about the Falcons. Somebody said, "Go Falcons and take the Hawks with you."
Take the Hawks with you.
Well, the joke about what's his name, Pete Rose, when they were sending him to jail, they were going to send him to Stillwater, Minnesota, so he could get as far away from Major League Baseball as he could.
Uh-huh.
Ah! Here comes the hammer.
MC.
That's going to do it.
Can't touch this.
That's going to do it for this hour. We're back. Stick around for a special Christmas message from the King himself. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
Don't hurt me!
Radio TFI.
You found Just Killing Time.
If you can't say anything nice about anybody, come sit by me.
On Radio TFI. Join the conversation. You can reach the guys at 754-800-CHAT. 754-800-2428. On social media, search for Radio TFI USA. From a payphone, call collect.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
And now, here with a special Christmas message, the immortal Elvis.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. This here is the King. I know I haven't been around much for a while, but I want y'all to know that up here in rock and roll heaven, I'll be thinking of you this Christmas. I'd like to give y'all a special Christmas message. A message of peace. Like, how about a little piece of that pie going by? Thank you. Thank you very much. Like I was saying, Christmas is a time of hope, a time of joy, a time for loving. And I sure would love a big slice of that pizza you got there. Thank you. Thank you very much. No, what did I? Oh yeah, Christmas. Now Christmas to me means family. And family means friends. And friends means getting together. And getting together means eating. Oh, pass me that drumstick, would you please? Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. And I just want to say to you right now, you know, I may be a big star, maybe too big, but ain't nobody so big you can't reach out a helping hand. Would you hand me a helping of those mashed potatoes over there, would you please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, like I was saying, ain't nobody so big you can't stoop to help a friend in need over the holiday season. Now, speaking of season, you want to pass me that salt sugar when you get the chance? Thank you. Yeah, just unscrew the cover. That's right. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this Christmas, why don't y'all take a tip from old Elvis? No, leave those steak tips right where they are. You know what I mean? No, I appreciate it. Thank you. I want you to remember, we're all part of God's great big family. And you know God made man unto his own image. And look in the mirror, I'd have to say God must be a big, big son of a gun. You know what I mean? I think you do. But I especially want y'all to remember this one last thing. When you're all at home this Christmas, stringing that popcorn up on the tree, save a big, big bowl for the king. Extra butter, know what I mean? Well, thank you, dear. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Extra butter, know what I mean? I think you do. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Hey, we're back. It's, what is this? This is Just Killing Time on Radio TFI. It's the Christmas edition. That, ladies and gentlemen, was our annual message from the King himself, from right up there in rock and roll heaven. I'm Ed. One of these guys is John. The other one is just beyond help.
That would be me.
That would well. We're here. It's hour number 2. It's cold where I am. I don't care what it's like where everybody else is.
Oh, you don't care.
Excuse me. We got goodies coming up this hour. birthdays on this date, special events. We've got a special little video that popped up. We were showing girly pictures in the first hour. You missed it. We're going to show them again because
look at what we got here,
boys and
Shaletta
girls
getting in.
Hello, Shaletta. I
It's
just happened to catch that out of my eye.
It's the
one works.
Well, you could have caught it out of your ass.
First off, watch your language in front of Shaletta.
Oh,
second of all,
me.
we ain't doing the girly. We ain't doing the girly things right now.
No, we get in trouble.
It was Ed's idea.
It was Ed's idea.
Yeah, Ed did it.
We're happy to see the lovely, talented, and amazingly busy. The fact that she takes even a second to come see us, we appreciate it, Shaletta. If you're in the Twin Cities area, and even if you're not, look up Shaletta Brundage on your interweb. She does all sorts of good things for good people, and amazingly
You don't even
talented.
need to be in the Twin Cities area. Hell,
No, you don't.
Twin Cities, Houston, Texas,
or Houston, depending on where you.
I will kick your ass to the moon.
Thank you for joining us.
You're going to be tasting your own ass here in a minute.
You better be careful with that, Bill. She pick you up by the belt, by the.
Well, I wasn't talking about Shaletta. I was talking about Shaft.
Bill doesn't like it when I pronounce the name of that
Houston.
Well, here in the big city, we pronounce it Houston.
Yeah, well, the guy they named it after pronounced it Houston.
Well, not here. No, it's not named for the same guy.
No, because y'all a bunch of damn hillbillies up there.
No.
Houston Oilers #1.
No, ask your lovely wife if she knows the story behind that song.
I have told her. I have since informed her.
Okay, yeah, and but it's the Dolphins fight song now.
Because they didn't pay the guy.
Well, they pay him now, and B, the Houston Oilers don't exist anymore.
Yeah, well, okay.
Is she going to do her own show back there, or do we need?
Came up with that
our musical interlude?
There you go.
You have no control over that, Bill.
It's my band.
Watch out for the hammer.
That's it.
Hammer, don't hurt him.
I give her some credit for that one. That was good. That right there. That was funny. That was funny right there. I don't care what you say.
It's once again, without question, I have lost complete control here. I am.
Once again, I refer to item 1.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem to me.
It most certainly is. All right, I'll tell you what. I think we're going to do it this way. John, put up your girly picture.
Okay.
Come on.
All right.
Control yourself now.
Control
All
yourself.
right, put up your girly picture.
Control yourself.
I'm doing my best. I've got my hand on my mouse.
Yeah,
I'll bet you do.
That's what
I tell you what.
I'll bet my snake can eat your mouse.
This week, John. There it is.
There we go.
All right. So then there's that, and I see your Sarah Palin. I see that 60-year-old, and I raise you this 60-year-old. John, take that down now, please. All right. So now hold on, because there is a scientific way to resolve this issue.
Oh, yeah.
So pay attention, boys. Take notes, because you're gonna be informed here.
I have your crazy axis and your hot axis. Hot is, as usual, measured from 0 to 10. We're all familiar with that. Crazy is measured from 4 to 10 because, of course, there's no such thing as a woman who's not at least 4 crazy. So you got 4 to 10. This is your hot crazy line right here. Very important that you keep in mind where the hot crazy line is. As a rule, this is your no-go zone. We do not hang around and date and marry women who are not, at least in our mind, a 5. So this is your no-go zone. You don't go here. We just rule this out. Life is better this way. That's the way it is. All right. Above a 5 and to about an 8 and below the crazy line, this is your fun zone. You can hang out here and meet these girls and spend time with them. That's your fun zone. But keep in mind, when you're in the fun zone, you want to move out of the fun zone to a more permanent location. So that's the fun zone above a 5, hot, below an 8, hot, and below the crazy line. This means
you guys are taking notes here, right?
These are
have to take notes.
most
I'm
of the
living
time
it.
not crazy. Above the crazy line, we have the danger zone. This is your redheads, your strippers, anyone named Tiffany. This is hairdressers. This is where your car gets keyed. You get a bunny in the pot. Your tires get slashed, and you wind up in jail. Now that we have some of the chart filled in, we got a couple more pieces to put in. But at this point, understand something. This is not a static environment. This is a situation where you have got to use this matrix over time to develop some reliable data. It's like a dope chart, okay? Because at any moment in time, any woman that you have previously located on this chart can vanish from that location and appear anywhere else on the chart. So what you have to do is over time, collect some data. And once you have a cluster of data points, you can begin to consider that reliable. Now, moving on, you have this zone here. This is below the crazy line, above an 8 hot, but still, about a 7 crazy. This is your date zone. You can stay in the date zone indefinitely. These are women that you introduce to your friends and your family. They're good looking and they're reasonably not crazy most of the time. Okay, so you can stay here indefinitely. Now, above an 8 hot and between about a 7 and a 5 crazy, this is your wife zone. Okay? When you meet this girl, you should consider a long-term relationship. This zone is not scaled to size. This is a representation and not an actual. This is not a pie chart showing you how many of these people are out there. This is simply a representation of what you're after. You want to be 5 to 7 crazy, above an 8 hot. That's your wife zone, okay? Now, below a 5 crazy and above an 8 hot, this is your unicorn zone. These things don't exist. If you find a unicorn, please capture it safely, keep it alive. We'd like to study it and maybe look at how to replicate that, okay? So I was explaining this to a guy one time and he said, wait a minute. I met this girl and she's like smoking hot. She's like at least a 9 and she's chill. She's totally cool. She's like not even a 3 crazy. I said, you're telling me you've met a girl, she's a 9 hot and she's like a 2 or a 3 crazy. He said, yeah, man, I like her a lot. I said, you should be careful. That's a dude, you're talking to a tranny.
I knew that was coming.
So you got to be careful because down here, below a 4 crazy and above an 8 hot, you're probably talking to a dude. That is the universal hot crazy matrix.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
I was just getting ready to say it's a guy in drag.
This brought to you by the guy that bitches about the length of videos put up here. Just
well, that one was worth it. Now
that we have the.
There's a story behind that. I do have to tell you.
Hold on, John, but I'm going to stop you right there because right now you're sucking the wind out of what's a very good time right now. Look, I came across that video and I've had it sitting locked and loaded. I set it up. I had no real plans on playing it today until you threw Boobs McPalin up there.
The McRib is back.
McRib is back. So look, the whole thing about this we could comment on. I could stop it. It's a whole different thing. I know John gets upset because he'll put these 8-minute videos up there and I toss them right out. We don't play those. It's just too long. This, John, I see your point. I get your point. I see you. You're validated. But this is just too goddamn funny.
No, this is like Stairway to Heaven. This you have to play the whole version.
You got to play.
When I said there was a story behind this, I'm remembering back to our bowling days in Maplewood, Minnesota.
It's got nothing to do with me. Okay, go ahead.
Apparently.
No, this doesn't have anything to do with you. I do remember we bowled with this group of
knuckleheads.
Oh yeah, and then there was a band playing there at the entertainment center there, and all of a sudden I saw at the payphone someone standing there in some tight ass leather pants. It was pointed. And long hair, long black hair, and one of the guys pointed it out to me. Hey, dog, check that out. Check that out. I had to tell him. You realize that's a guy, don't you?
That's a dude. I think that was Leonard saying, "Check that out."
That wasn't Leonard. It was
Leonard.
It was part of Rick Day's group.
Oh, okay. It turned around. It was a dude.
It was a dude.
All right,
Yes,
all right, boys. We're running a little tight on time, so let's.
Now we get our story in, and we get cut off at the knees. Yeah, cue the mother friggin' band. Sell it on the back end.
All righty, kids and kittens. It is time.
Could you be louder?
I could if you like. It's time for On This Date. Major events, birthdays, all kinds of goodies. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with my sound advice. Sound advice. Anyway, it doesn't matter. On this day, December 22nd, 22 de December. I have no idea what I'm talking about. In 1882, oh, wait a minute, first off. In 1882, the first string of Christmas lights was created by Thomas Edison.
And then the tree burnt up.
Out on the line, a slap is wide on the rebound. Smakowski shoots, score!
On this day in 1917, in the NHL's first official week of play, 3 players scored hat tricks in the same game for the same team. I'm not going to go through the names, but it was three hat tricks for the same team. It was an 11-4 win for the Toronto Arenas over those Ottawa Senators. And I know Bill was at the game personally, waving his flag.
They didn't have a goalie.
And then
they still had 30 shots on goal and only got 11.
On this day in 1937, hey, I'm driving here. Hey, move that piece of crap.
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here. On this day in 1937, the Lincoln Tunnel under the Hudson River opens to traffic connecting Weehawken, New Jersey to Midtown Manhattan. The people had been screaming for it for days and years and months.
What?
On this day in 1962, Harris County voters approved an all-weather stadium for the Houston Colt 45s.
I'm going to kill you.
Hey. For the very first time, like a virgin, when your heart beats next to mine, gonna give you all my love, boy.
Okay, get to the point.
My fear is fading fast.
On this day in 1984, Madonna's "Like a Virgin" single goes #1 for 6 weeks.
Paramount.
All right, let's get into the birthdays.
Wow, man.
Born on this day, speaking of baseball, born on this day in 1862, Connie Mack. And
But he wasn't no Bowie Kuhn.
He was no Bowie Kuhn. Born on this day in 1915. Ward, you were a little hard on the Beaver last night. Barbara Billingsley.
No.
Suck, I don't want no help. Suck, I don't get no help.
Get no help.
Born on this day in 1917, Jean Blank.
He was out in the sun so long. He was Rayburn.
There you go. That's my boy. That's my boy.
From left field.
The plate. Bill, you can't yell out loud. You blow out the sound. Turning 79 years old today from ABC News, it's Diane Sawyer. Turning 74 years old today. Believe it or not, one of the rock and roll, I don't know if he's like rock and roll king, certainly a rock and roll prince. Rick Nielsen of Cheap Trick. Also turning 74 years old today, another maggot to be heard from, Steve Garvey, formerly of the LA Dodgers, San Diego Padres, and wherever the hell else. Born on this day in 1949, this is a twofer. Maurice and Robin Gibb of the Bee Gees. They
must have hurt.
I'll ask any woman that's given birth or multiples. Maurice passed in 2003. Robin passed in 2012. Oh, this one's special for you there, buddy boy. There's no question about it. Guess who turns 54 years old today?
Ted Cruz. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Ted Cruz has the same birthday as my brother Steve. Oh, God, and I got to go punch Steve this year.
Well, it would seem you would have to. And let's see. What are we going to give Ted Cruz for his birthday?
I got a 5-pack.
How about that one?
That works too. That'll work.
All right. That's going to finish that for today. But since we're not going to be here on Wednesday, we're going to go through some...
where in the hell would we be anyway?
Well, be that as it may, we're not going to be on the air. These are people born on Christmas Day.
Oh,
Christmas
okay.
Day birthday. Christmas Day birthdays. Born on Christmas Day, 1878. Louis Chevrolet.
Far out. Born on this date in 0000. Jesus Cristo.
No, he was actually born in March, but that's another story.
Yeah, well, that's
I checked that with Gil Christ.
I believe.
Should.
Yo!
Hey.
Yo, what day were you born? No. They didn't say take off your pants.
Yeah.
Born on this day in 1887, Conrad Hilton. And by the way, it is not true that you can go into the rear entrance of the Paris Hilton. So,
how do you know?
Boom, boom. I'll bet it's been attempted.
The many have tried.
All the multitude of time.
Born on this day in 1899, and amazingly, and I always forget this, he was dead before I was born. Humphrey Bogart. Born on Christmas Day.
The
Christmas Day.
Frankly, Shallop, I don't give a clam.
But with your logic, I proved the strawberries.
All right. I'm born on Christmas Day. In 1924, Rod Serling of The Twilight Zone, and I forgot to put that. Yeah, I didn't need to bother.
No, you didn't.
No, I did not. Turning 79 today from WKRP in Cincinnati, Gary Sandy played Andy Travis. Yeah, how about that?
Wow.
How about that?
Gary or Sandy?
His name is Gary Sandy.
Gary Sandy.
What if his birthday? We just lost him last year. Born on Christmas Day in 1946. Jimmy Buffett.
That's right. It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, just last year we lost him.
Get away again in Margaritaville.
One of the greatest shows I ever saw was going to see him and the Coral Reefers live. Oh, what a show! What a just turning 78 today. He's actually younger than Andy Travis from WKRP. Larry Zonka.
Hey!
Turning 53 years old today is the governor of the great state of Canada, Justin Trudeau.
Great state of Canada.
And I just found this out yesterday. It just happened. Coincidentally, his birthday, he would have, he's only 4 weeks older than me. He would have turned 66 on Wednesday. Ricky Henderson, who passed away the other day.
Yes. Yeah, that was a bummer.
Yeah, he was born on Christmas Day, 1958, came this shy of his 66th birthday. And, Ricky was...
Just couldn't steal that last base.
What did he finish up with?
I think he was into 1,000, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because Ty Cobb had like 935.
Yeah. Ricky was... I love the fact that Ricky always spoke about himself in the third.
Uh-huh.
In the third person. He was... Anyway, that's going to do it for On This Date. Now, sorry we had to end on a little bummer note there, but
yeah.
And there's no cause right now for Ricky. And look, you got to presume he's in tip-top health. But then again, you never know. Whatever it was,
1,406.
Whatever it was, I hope he went peacefully and quietly. And unlike his passengers screaming and crying in the back seat. An old taxi joke. It's a very old taxi joke.
What do you call a bus with just one lawyer on it going over a cliff?
I don't know.
A damn shame.
Lawyer falls into a pool of man-eating sharks. Why isn't he eaten alive?
Professional courtesy.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for playing our game. We appreciate that. As much as I want to continue on here, I just feel the whole Ricky thing has got me feeling a little bummed out.
Does it now?
It's like, here's a man, he's literally 5 weeks older than me. I didn't realize that till
Then let me do this for you.
Well, it helps. I can't
It
say
helps a
doesn't
little
help.
bit. Hang on.
I was going to send this message to somebody yesterday, but I was in the car, I was driving, and now I wish I had this.
When I'm driving, I like to play it safe. That's why I never text and drive. With my Trunk Monkey, I can send hands-free texts. Send. I'm running late. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
God.
Bananas, bananas, bananas.
The Trunk Monkey Texting Edition. Oh no.
If you want hunky, get with the monkey. Oh, so now he's a monkey.
Now she is in the running. That girl. All right, Bill's happy. He got his Trunk Monkey. And
as long as Bill's happy, the world is a better place.
That's right.
I mean, you couldn't ask for more than that. And I, for one, am happy that Bill's happy. And if Bill's happy, that makes me happy. And then John's happy. Well, John's pretty much miserable all the time. But
damn straight.
Can you blame him? He's got something growing on his face.
He's got a ferret on his face, for goodness sake.
Oh, okay, ferret face.
That's
Larry Linville.
That's Dr. Frank Burns to you. Oh my goodness! It's Christmas time. It's
bah frickin' humbug.
I was going to start to say before the end of the last hour. Hey, kids and kittens, if you'd like to listen to some music during the holidays that has no holiday music whatsoever, Tune in
Go to
Radio
Sirius XM Radio.
Go to Radio TFI. Do not play Christmas music. Oh, one or two will sneak in there every now and again. There's a great song by the Waitresses about Christmases that I love. I listened to last night. But if you hear a Christmas song on Radio TFI, it's accidental. It's there all year long.
I was watching some Christmas movies last night by stretching the imagination, and it was Die Hard.
Now give it a rest.
That's my go-to holiday movie.
It's a Christmas movie. Bruce Willis says no.
It is not a Christmas movie.
When is it set?
I don't give a damn when it was set.
We've already gone through this. Somewhere I
Yes,
have
we
the
have.
paperwork. I have the
Yes,
chart.
we have. I think there's a DNA involved in there. Or
there's
well, keep your DNA out of it.
well, Mr. Shannon, you've there's only one thing we can do right now, Bill.
Cue the band.
It's time for the Guys and Ed versus the Spread, your weekly foray into the exciting world of pigskin prognostication. Each week, John, I keep dirty nudie pictures under my bed. Shannon,
Don't
Bill,
you worry
I have-
about where I keep my dirty nudie pictures.
Bill, I have a weird fascination with monkeys, and Gerald, the spreadsheet with a heart. And I will choose professional football games and select winners using the point spread. At the end of the season, the winner will claim possession of the Radio TFI Gilchrist Ceremonial Sippy Cup.
Here it is. I think so.
Extra points can be earned by going for it with a 2 or 3 point conversion. If we have the nerve, ladies and gentlemen, kids and kittens, it's the Guys and Ed versus the Spread. Whoa. It's week 16. Can you believe that? We're
I
nearing
can.
the end. We're nearing the end of the season. The playoff picture is falling into place.
Objects in the rearview mirror may appear closer than they are, but I don't think so.
Bill, I gave you your cue there. The playoff picture is falling into place.
Oh, I was saying something else. Playoffs! Playoffs! There's not playoffs.
I'll tell you what. Hard to fly like an eagle when you're working with turkeys.
But I swear, God is my witness.
God is my witness. Moving on. So let's take a look at last week's disaster.
For some of us.
John managed to pick up a point with Cincinnati over Tennessee.
We're going to do this again.
I still don't understand how you went against your chefs, John. I just don't get it. Bill managed to cheat his way into 2 big points last week. Gerald amazingly picked up a point only because he was on a push. And somebody else had a really it wasn't a push because I would have got those points as well.
Uh-huh.
It was I think it was 5.5. Anyway, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because somebody didn't get any points last week, and it's a crying shame. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Young Mr. Fancher leads the pack with 30. John and I are sniffing at his tail with 23 points each. And
this could be an opening day to finishing game run here. This is going to be a start to finish.
And Gerald is bringing up the rear with 20.
Gerald is just this close to being mathematically eliminated.
Oh, plenty of points to go.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. Oh, there's plenty of points to come.
But that makes the quantum leap assumption that he gets all of those points and I get none of them.
Still mathematically.
It's a unicorn.
We'll talk about it after. Okay. Let's move on here. So let's start. Now, we already had a couple of games this week. We had a couple of games yesterday. And by the way, Bill swore there were going to be 3 games yesterday. And there was a point, I was looking on the guide on YouTube TV, And for some reason, I was looking at the NFL Network, and I'm like, okay, they have 3 games scheduled. Maybe I'm wrong. No, those are repeat games from last week.
Well, I wasn't wrong, was I?
There were 2 actual live games played.
Oh, see, I didn't state whether it was live or not.
Do you realize the 4 teams that played yesterday are all playing on Christmas Day?
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Yeah, what a coincidence. All right, let's John, let's see what you got to say for yourself. Week 16.
What do I got to say for myself? I say that the Vikings are visiting Seattle. Vikings are a 3-point favorite. I'm going to take that. To hell with Club 20 or 12 or whatever
12.
the hell they call it.
The 12th man, the fan.
To hell with them.
I'm sure they feel the same.
Exactly.
Let them go drink their Starbucks. So, Charlie the Starfish Tune. Oh, no, wait a minute. That's not right. The Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
Sorry, Charlie.
Help me. Lord, take me now. Just take me now.
Careful what you ask for.
Oh no, I'm very definitive.
You two in particular.
I am quite succinct. I know exactly what I want for Christmas.
Dolphins are a 1-point dog, surprisingly, against the Niners.
Niners!
I'm going to go ahead and take the Dolphins. I don't know why. I have no clue why, but
you know why? You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because it's Larry Zonka's birthday. That's why.
Now, I just noticed this. Frisco, Miami's at home, and they don't even get the obligatory 3 points.
They don't even get the obligatory 1 point.
Yeah.
They don't even get the 1 point.
Wait, I got a question about the Dolphins. Didn't they have a kicker named Jim at some point in time?
Jim?
Ignatowski?
Let's move on, John, unless there's someplace this is going. I don't know.
Tennessee's visiting Indy. I think that's a home game for
the Colts.
Those Indianapolis Colts. Yeah. Tennessee is a 3.5-point dog. I don't remember that.
Yeah, they are. Well, they may not be. They can't find professional football players to play in Tennessee.
I understand.
By the way, are you thinking of Jim Kick? K-I-I?
Oh, God. Wah, 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 wah. All right,
John.
Thank you. About damn time you caught on.
Jeez. John's taking the Titans, getting 3.5 points over the
Tennessee Tuxedos.
Let's see what young Mr. Bill has. Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Black Betty, bam, lamb, lamb. Oh, Black Betty, bam, lamb. Think on why.
I got to tell you, before you start, when I looked at these picks, I was like, the first two, I'm like, you've lost your mind. You've just, the first one, maybe not so much, but that second one, you have lost your mind.
Okay. Rams against the Jets. Always take against the Jets, unless you're Gerald.
Unless you're Gerald.
Unless you're Gerald. Don't do it,
That's
Gerald.
a standing rule.
All right. I think the Jets have pretty much collapsed the tents and going to phone it in. So Rams are still playing for a playoff spot. So I'll take the Rams -3. Moving on, Arizona and Carolina. Carolina quit about 6 weeks ago. So Arizona, another team that's technically still in it. I'm taking the Birds -5. Now, this a lot of points to give away. And I thought I'd do me a Gerald pick. I was going to go for 2, but I thought, nah, I didn't really want to screw it up. But hey, you give me 14.5 points in New Orleans. I'm taking it.
All right. All right. I saw that 14.5 points. I literally recoiled back in my chair, and not just for you, just looking at.
I didn't see anything else that was worth picking.
By the way, and me picking all 16 games last week on my personal picks, I went 3-13. I had a
Attaboy.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank goodness nobody knows where I keep my money. That's all.
Well, I for this week I baited up the hook.
Let's move on. My picks. All right, it's I don't have a choice this week, and quite frankly, I do believe the Dolphins are better than the Niners. So I would be taking my Fins anyway, and because they're the underdog, dog.
Yeah,
underdog. I'm going for 2, giving up 6.5 points at home. Now, the rest of these games, I really struggled.
Who the hell was it that was getting 16 points? Was it the Giants or something? Or somebody was getting 16 points.
That was last week, I believe. But
was it? Okay. I thought there was one this week too, but okay.
I'll find out. Anyway, in the Battle of Ohio, that amazingly does not include John Shannon. I'm taking the Browns over the Cincinnati.
There he goes again.
There he goes again. Oh, New England. Just as an aside, New England is getting 14 points, and that's the other big one. That's the other one. Yeah, I like Cincinnati. I like Cleveland. I'm getting 9.5 points over them. There, Bengals, and finally, the New York Football Giants. Honestly, there was nothing that reached out to me this week. And honestly,
that reached out and touched someone. Were you walking around Bellevue?
It touched me in places that I need to point to the doll to show you where it touched.
Yes, you do.
So I'm taking the Giants. I'm getting 9 points in Atlanta. Honestly, nothing
need more than that.
You might be right. Which again is another reason I went for 2 with the Dolphins.
You got to try to cover the one in Atlanta
some way. And now with a special Christmas message.
Oh no! Twos and threes in there.
Good morning, gentlemen. Lukey here. It's Christmas. I am convinced that the big guy, not you, Fancher, has been toying with me. See what I did there? Oh, let's hitch up the reindeer and move this sleigh. What do you say? I think I beat that. Jets, jets, jets. Thing into the snow. It was the gift that stopped giving. So now we exchange it, kind of. Same city, different team. The New York Football Giants swing on down to Hotlanta to play those dirty birds. The G-men are so far down on their quarterback depth chart. I think Danny DeVito is starting this week. Falcons -9. All right, Rudolph. Light that nose and let's move on. Philadelphia makes the trip to Washington. Maybe they can get something out of there. This stocking stuffer gives me the Eagles over the going Commandos. -3.5 ornaments. There's one gift left under the tree. Let's tear the snot out of it.
He goes the other way.
Eagles head east this week. The Panthers' holiday will be finer when they're winning Carolina. Cats +5 reads. Normally, this is where I say something snarky, but it is the holidays, after all. I guess I should end with something nicer. Okay, this ought to do it. It's all fun and games till Santa checks the naughty list. Enjoy the games.
Here's your naughty list, Gerald.
All right, let's recap. Starting with
Yes, let's.
with young Mr. Hefner there in Columbus, Ohio. John likes my Dolphins getting a point at home against the Niners. He's going with the Tennessee
Tuxedos.
The once and future Oilers getting 3.5 points.
Houston Oilers. Houston Oilers. Barb!
And finally comes back to his senses, takes his Vikings on the road against Seattle and their 12th fan. I don't know what the hell it is. Anyway,
12th man.
Vikings -3. You feel free to get a little. I know I'm going to regret saying this. Get a little closer to your microphone, Bill. Here we go. Suck it up. That, you know what? That'll do. Speaking of Bill, I'm not going to push my luck here.
No, you shouldn't.
No, I've learned my lesson. Bill likes those LA Rams versus the Jets. Rams are visiting. They're the road dog, giving up 3 points. I'll be quite honest with you. I don't think Aaron Rodgers will even get a ticket to this game, let alone play. I think the Jet fans have seen Fireman Ed and the rest of his crew have all seen the end of Aaron Rodgers. They're out of playoff contention. They have been mathematically eliminated, geographically eliminated, historically eliminated, and any other school subject you can think of to be eliminated.
Which means they'll win the freaking game.
Probably. On an aside, somebody pointed something out on a Dolphins site this week. It's Dolphins social media. Everything will go right for the Dolphins. Everything will fall into place. All the little things that have to happen. And then it's going to come down. And then it's going to come down to the final game of the year at MetLife Stadium, and that's where we blow it. Against the Jets. Speaking of improbable games, Bill also likes the New Orleans Saints going to the frozen tundra of Green Bay, of Lambeau
A lot of
Field.
points.
He's getting 14.5 points. I know that's a lot of points, but Nolan sucks.
I know, but Green Bay is not a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, I don't think they're. Well, anyway, that's why they play the games. Rounding out his picks, he likes the Arizona Cardinals versus the Carolina Panthers. He likes Arizona. Giving up 5 points on the road in Carolina, where things couldn't be finer now, could they? Here we go with my picks. My picks. I can't find what I'm looking for. There it is. Unlike John, I actually showed some balls with my Dolphins. I'm going for 2, giving up 6.5 points as the are at home against those San Francisco 49ers in the Battle of Ohio. I have lost my freaking mind. I'm taking Cleveland, getting 9.5 points. I really these 2 picks. I'm taking the G-men +9 over Atlanta in Atlanta. Honestly, I couldn't figure out who to pick this week. I'd have been better off. I'd have been better off just having Gerald do my picks. And by the way, Bill, you mentioned when Gerald's picks came up, there were no 2s or 3s. It's random this week.
I understand that, but he picks 2s and 3s when it don't mean nothing, and when he needs to get them.
And look, I just push the button, and what comes up?
You're looking for logic in this?
Well, no, but I figure with the +5 Carolina, he should have gone for 2 on that.
But the system didn't call for that.
No, I guess not.
All right.
Fixture system.
Oh, well.
That actually was accidental, but it's never a bad thing to hear.
It's never a bad thing to hear.
Speaking of Gerald, unlike me, he's going the other way in that New York Football Giant Atlanta game. He's going with the Dirty Birds, giving up 9 points down in the Ted Turner Dome or wherever the hell they play down there. He likes Philadelphia, giving up 3.5 points on the road at Washington. And finally, he goes directly nose to nose with Bill Fancher because it is that time of year. He's taking Carolina +5 at home. And next week is, you know what? We'll get to that in a second. So that's going to do it for the guys in Ed versus the spread for week 16. As we like to say, while gambling is legal in many, many places, you have legit ways to waste your money. I mean, bet your money. and we appreciate you listening in. But if you plan on using the information we provide here, as sketchy as it is, uh, for you to bet real money, John, what is it we always say?
Well, you bet you voted for Donald Trump. You may as well just keep losing.
What he said. And that's going to do it for us. And now, just for next week, all right? Now, next week, week 17, I've already told the boys about this, but I'd like to put it out there. For week 17, we have two games on Christmas Day. We will be picking both of those games. There are 3 games on Saturday. We will each pick one of those games, whichever game we want. It does not matter. We might all wind up picking the same game. And then there are normal 3 games for Sunday, Monday. And then, of course, week 18, as is tradition here, we will be picking all 16 games.
And Gerald will go for 2 on all 16.
There's that distinct possibility. I might go for 2 on all of them. I need to make up some ground. And then, of course, as we get into the postseason, each round, the first round of the playoffs is worth double. And then the next round is triple, and so on until the Super Bowl, and so forth. And so forth and so on. Of course, at that point, we're all picking the same games. And
some of us be picking our nose. So
some of us will be picking our nose. I will say this:
Ed will be picking it.
Remember, once the season ends, we also have we all picked playoff who we thought would make the playoffs, and we'll each
playoffs.
And I went over that list last night just to get a head start.
Oh no! Did you really? Oh.
It's not as bad as you think. I'm not going to give away who's got what.
I know I have 2 teams that I did not pick. And, well, I got 3 actually. They're probably screwing me.
I will tell you what, Bill. You've got 2 that have been flat out eliminated.
Uh-huh.
I've got 3 that have been flat out eliminated. John has 3 that have been eliminated. Coincidentally, the same 3 that I have. And Gerald has 5 that have been eliminated.
Shocking.
Well, I know I picked the Bears to make it, so there's one of them. I took the Vikings not to make it, so I lost one there. I took the Niners to make it, so there's second loss.
Not yet.
Well, I guess technically.
I'm just saying. I will say this. We all picked. There's only one team that's in it that we all picked. And
the Chiefs?
No. Not everybody. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's 2 teams. Okay, see, this is why this is just preliminary. This is why I shouldn't be talking about it, because I haven't really gone over it. I really haven't. There was something. Oh, okay. So that's the next couple of weeks coming up. There is plenty of time for those of us who don't cheat. Like
yeah. Somebody explain that to me.
What?
How 2 years ago I got cheated.
You did not get cheated.
Yes, I did.
Hey, Bill, I got your sippy cup for you
right
here.
I still got a facsimile of one.
While we're talking here, I'm just going to play the doggies getting their presents.
Oh, okay. That's so nice.
No sound on that, but if you're not, if you don't want to look at us, you can look at the pooches. Matter of fact, let me make that a little, put that a little bigger. The pooches take precedence here.
They take precedence. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's we're just about there, kids and kittens. Somehow we managed to. And by the way, Barb needs to stop singing that song. That issue was settled many years ago. Not the least of which, when the Oilers moved out to Tennessee, that pretty much ended that. If you're not familiar with what we're talking about, I'll do it very quickly. The Dolphins fight song, which I play very sparingly here. You hardly ever hear it on this show.
Ever hear it.
Yeah, exactly.
The gentleman that wrote that song many, many years ago offered it to the Dolphins. That'd get a little, that they could play it in the stadium and all that. And of course, he was, they didn't want to pay him for it. So he shopped it around. The Houston Oilers did want to pay him for it. And he produced a version with the Houston Oilers. And that version is still out there and it still exists. Because we're the Houston Oilers, Houston Oilers, Houston Oilers #1.
Doom, doom, doom.
And then finally the Dolphins came to their senses.
Yeah, after they found out somebody was making money off the song, they figured, oh, well, we ought to get in on this.
They weren't making money. No, the guy making money off it was the guy that wrote it. But it became popular. People liked the song. It is still part.
Yes,
you hear
still
it
part of Houston lore.
No, not there. I'm talking about.
No, I'm telling you, walk into the city of Houston and just go, Houston, and you'll be like, everybody's singing it.
Nobody cares. But in South Florida, you go into Joe Robbie Stadium. It's played numerous times during the game, and you can hear
Who
it.
cares?
Who cares? I care.
Once again,
I was going to wear my big old sweatshirt, my Dolphin sweatshirt, but it was a little too much for sitting here in the Radio TFI studios.
About time you paid your heating bills.
Heating bill. I barely slept last night because I've got the loudest, noisiest pipes. And it's all in my bedroom. Bang, bang, clank, clank, bang, bang, bang goes the trolley.
Twice on the pipe. If the answer is no.
I love you. I love you. Oh, my darling. Means I'll meet you in the hallway. John, adjust your camera.
Hey, you just knocked yourself out of focus there, dog.
Yeah, really.
Oh, other way.
Other way. See, this is because he doesn't actually look at the screen.
No.
During the show.
Why the hell do I want to look at the screen for?
I don't know. Maybe pay attention to us and the stuff we're putting up on that's going up on the screen. How are you going to see the doggies picking out their Christmas presents? Anyway, while we still have a minute left, before we come back next week.
Where do you have to go?
I'm not going anywhere. But I just wanted to those of you that watch or listen, or we want to thank you for that. We appreciate it. We hope your holidays are everything you need them to be. At least I hope they're everything you need them to be. I can't speak for the Santa school dropouts here, but although Bill's beard is the correct color now, isn't it? It's just got to get it John's length, and you'll be.
So he's never been able to measure up.
No, if I got to get it John's length, I got to cut it in half.
Moving on.
Oh.
I'm just going to say a very simple happy holidays from me. Boys, you got anything you want to say to the people? Or
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero.
I just say it to you this way. Remember, boys and girls, Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
We're not leaving yet, John.
Why not? Damn it.
No gong yet. I just thought I'd give us a little time here to, wish everybody an enjoyable holiday season. And
once again, John's with premature
ejaculation.
Jocularity.
One and a half minutes. That's all I need. I just need
to
hang
let's
on.
just stare at the screens for a minute.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, let's just do this. Y'all happy now?
Just keep this in mind during this.
Merry Halloween.
Oh, Brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right?
Yes, sir. I want you to take that with you in this holiday season. That,
I got to go buy some soup now all of a sudden.
Yeah, really.
And remember, if you come across somebody less fortunate than you during this holiday
season, a can of soup at them.
Well, I was going to say, don't throw a brick.
Nice sentiment there, Ed.
Well, you kind of twisted around, but I'm going to run with it. I'm going to run with it.
You're going to do what?
Don't you?
Well, I'll walk fastly, so there. I'll walk quickly.
I will walk briskly with that.
Briskly.
Anyway,
shuffle off the buffalo.
As best you know, we don't talk about buffalo.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Because we're the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills.
Oh no, Johnny! There's
Oh.
your gong.
There's your gong. All right, kids and kittens. Once again, we want to thank you very much for joining us for these 2 hours of hilarity and et cetera, et cetera. We're gonna go away now. We're gonna wish you a holiday greetings. We hope it all goes the way you like. For John and Bill, I am Ed. See ya.
Ho ho ho.
Who you call ho?
Radio TFI.